Up next in our championship cases is Alex Bowman. Alex Bowman having a career year, guys. First career win earlier this year at Chicagoland. Had a couple other opportunities, had a nice little stretch there of second place finishes at Talladega, Dover, and Kansas. And he's had really good shots at wins this year. He's had some really good cars this year. He's also had a little bit of a slump recently, but got out of that last week with the top 10 at Vegas. So now we're going to make the case for him to make the championship. So obviously after last week's really good finish at Las Vegas, he was able to make up some points, gain some ground on some of those guys he was close in points with, or pull away from some of those guys. So he is currently in, I don't know about how many points, I haven't looked at it yet, but I think he's in for like a good amount of points. So he's in. That's what's important, making it out of the first round. The second round, I think he can get through it. He's got a really good shot. He's going to have to gain some playoff points, actually, but I think he has a shot at winning. Kansas is in there. If you remember in the spring, Alex Bowman had a really good car there. He was really fast, led a lot of laps, and he eventually was passed late by Brad Keselowski, and Keselowski went on to win the race. So he has shown that he's had speed at Kansas and also at Chicagoland, which is a very similar track to Kansas. So he has won at, and he has come close to winning at, a track similar to Kansas. So he knows how to get it done there, basically. So I think that's his best shot to win in the playoffs overall. If he wants to guarantee the spot, obviously he's going to have to win the race, even though it is a cutoff race. But if he can get through that round, the round of 8 is a must-win. It's going to be very difficult for him to make up points, playoff points, and points in general, because he's at 2,000, or he's at 5 playoff points, and at that point it's going to be like Kyle Busch with at least 45, Truex with at least 35, Logano with at least 30, Harvick with at least 30, Keselowski with at least 25. So it's going to be hard to make up those playoff points. Let's just be honest, it's going to be really tough. He's going to have to win in that round to advance, and I think he can. I legitimately, if he's in the playoffs or not in the playoffs, I think he has a shot at winning one of those races, and that race is Phoenix. If you remember in 2016, Alex Bowman was substituting for Dale Earnhardt Jr., who had a concussion at the time, and Alex Bowman won the pole at that race and led over, I want to say 200 laps or something, and eventually he didn't win, no, but he had a really good run that race. They had the fastest car all day. They were caught up in a late wreck, I think. I don't remember how he finished, but I remember he made some contact with Kenseth or something at the end there, and that ended Kenseth's championship hopes. I think he gave Bowman some damage, but he had a really good car there. It was him and Greg Ives. It's him and Greg Ives again. I think they got a really good shot at Phoenix at winning, and if they can win there, they go to Homestead, and then obviously Homestead, you got to win the race to win the championship, basically, and obviously they've won it a mile and a half, so they got a good shot at it. But I think if they do make it to the round of 8, that Phoenix race is going to be very important for them. Just thinking about it, those 3 races, Martinsville, he hasn't done that great at. Texas, I don't know his success there. And then Phoenix, that's the only one of those 3 tracks I can think of his major successes in, was that 2016 race when he was subbing for Junior. So I think if he makes it to the championship 4, he's got to win. He's got to make it through the round of 12 for sure. But then in that round of 8, he has to win, and Phoenix is his best shot. Something else that helps him, it is his second full-time year in this car. So he's gained a little experience. He's starting to slowly gain some respect, gain some trust with his team and stuff. So I think that's a big advantage, especially that they got a win now. That's a big deal for them that they were able to get a win for that team, the 88 team, Greg Ives, Alex Bowman. They now are confident with each other. Alex Bowman confident with Greg Ives confident with Alex Bowman, the team confident with each other. I think that is huge for them, that they have some confidence in each other now that they have this win under their belt, or whatever you want to say. I think that's a big deal for them. So if they can go out, they know they can win. It's not like that was a fluke. They had a fast car. They led laps. They had to go repass Kyle Larson after being passed. And they've shown in other races that they've had really good chances at winning. Talladega, Dover, Kansas. So they've shown that that win wasn't a fluke. They've had multiple opportunities. They've come close a few times to winning more races than they have right now. So I think that they have a really good shot at winning more races, and that they have shown that they can win and that they can pull it off again. But when it comes down to it with this system, they're going to have to get some more wins, and I don't think they can catch up on playoff points enough to catch up to the field. So it's going to come down to a must-win situation if they come into the round of 8. And obviously Phoenix is that best shot, and then Miami obviously is Miami, and I've discussed this with everyone. It's just whatever. But obviously, there you go. Alex Bowman's case for the championship. He's having a career year, most career top 5s in a year. He's about to pass the top 10s, obviously first career win. He's about to lead the most amount of laps he's led, like he's 19 laps away. So he's had a really good year. It's just a matter of, how much he can gain on other guys, how many playoff points he can add up, and then winning late in the playoffs. So I think he's got a decent shot at it. It's a little bit of a long shot. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna try to say Alex Bowman's he's a favorite. He does not have help. Let's just say it that way. He's gonna need a lot of help from other people having bad luck or him just going off. But we've seen it happen in the past. We've seen Ryan Newman get to the Final Four with 0 wins, and that Bowman has a win. So it's possible. It's possible. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it is very unlikely. But it's possible. It's very possible. I'm going to be saying that for a lot of these guys coming up. Eric Jones, Ryan Newman, Clint Boyer, William Byron, that it is possible. It's unlikely, but it is very possible for them to get to that championship 4. And, of course, anything can happen in that race. So thank you for watching this. Tomorrow we'll continue. Whoever's next on the list, I think it's like Jones and Larson or something like that. So get ready for that, and then we'll just finish it off later this week. So thank you for watching. If you liked it, leave it a big fat like. If you want to go see my other ones, it's somewhere in the playlist section. If you want to subscribe, you need to subscribe.